text last night that had an interesting question. You said, how do the Kings find their version of Nick Kurtz? And to me, and that's just hey, superstar from the jump. Like, this is a guy you're building around. This is a foundational player that you're building around. You just know. I think it comes back to the thing we keep talking about with the Kings. And that is, you have to play your young guys. If Kurtz was behind Tyler Soderstrom, or I guess he's also a young guy. If Brent Rooker's playing first base and the A's are like, nah, hey, that's Rook's position. Sorry, kid. Or if he was a DH only and Rooker's DHing and they're like, yeah, hey, you'll get some at bats here, but you know what? You're going to be in AAA because we want to make sure you're actually getting at bats. That's a real problem. And it feels like that's a version of what the Kings are going to be doing this season. And it's part of the reason it's part of the reason that I'm not anti-veteran, but it's why for me, like, man, if you can get something for DeMar DeRozan and it means Nick Clifford's going to play a lot, great. If it's Maxime Reynaud and you might lose a game or two because he couldn't defend enough or couldn't box out, whatever it is, cool. Like, at least he's developing, you're figuring it out. That's exactly why I keep pushing this idea that, like, your young guys have to play, because if they don't, you don't know what you're getting from them.
Yeah, and I'm going to point out this too, right? When Kurtz came up, Tyler Soderstrom was, like, remember the first 2 weeks of the season, he had 9 home runs. He was like the talk of the league. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, he's so amazing.
Yep.
When Kurtz came up, they instantly booted him to left field. We talked about
Soderstrom, you mean?
Soderstrom.
Right.
Oh, yeah. They sent Soderstrom to left field. And like when we were talking to Lawrence Butler last week, he made the point, like, hey, that was the first time that Tyler Soderstrom had ever played the outfield, let alone left field.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he'd never played the outfield before. And you took a guy who was raking at first base and you just said, hey, look, we're bringing up this kid because he is crazy good and we don't want to put him at DH. We've got Rooker. We want him to play every day. And first base is a position you can play every day and you can grow.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sorry, Soderstrom, you're having a great season.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a young guy too, and we love you.
Mm-hmm.
But we need you to play a different position because that's the way this goes.
Right. Nick Kurtz is 6'7", 2 whatever.
Yeah, 6'6", 260 or whatever.
Just a unit. He's not going to go play left field.
No, he's not playing left field. He's going to get hurt in left field.
Sure.
Like, just a man that size moving around.
Correct.
And let's be honest, he's not built like Aaron Judge.
Right.
Yeah, he's not like running around out there like him and
he is not. Tyler Soderstrom has the athleticism to play left field, and Nick Kurtz does not.
Yeah. So, but how I would equate this to the Kings is that it's almost like you're just you're Tyler Soderstroming Keegan Murray. You're telling him you're going to play wherever you're going to play because we have somebody else that has to play your position. And sorry, he's going to get all the shots and you're not.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where it's like, hey, if you want to develop this guy, if you think he can be something, then you probably need to put him in a position to succeed. And they have not done that over the last 2 seasons. They have not done that with Keegan Murray. And so, like, I don't think Keegan Murray will ever become a Nick Kurtz-esque player, but you certainly won't find out. Not with the current roster structure, not with the fact that you're asking him to guard everybody else because you can't find another person who could play defense and put in the starting lineup. Not, you brought in guys who, shot 17 shots per game versus a guy who averaged 9 shots per game the year before. Like, that's not like fostering growth from your young player. And that's why I do think the A's have done something right here.
Yeah. And they've committed to it. They've extended Mark Kotze.
Yep.
Despite the fact they didn't make the playoffs last year, they're not going to make the playoffs this year. They gave Mark Kotze that extension, and they're figuring this out as they go. Lawrence Butler's going to play every day, and he got an extension, and Nick Kurtz is going to play every day. Tyler Soderstrom's going to play every day. Jacob Wilson's going to play every day. And this is how Max Muncy's going to come up. He's going to play every day when he's healthy. Denzel Clark, he's figuring it out at the plate, but you know what? He's awesome defensively, so he's going to play every day in center field, and we'll figure it out. And the A's have committed to this style of rebuild. It's not great from a wins and losses perspective.
Nope.
But when they do start to put it all together, you sweep the first place Astros and outscore them 32-7 in a 4-game series, and you go, I see the vision now.
Yep.
I see where this is going. I think with Sacramento, and the reason that we keep getting to this point, and I think the reason that I'm frustrated and a lot of people that a lot of other people are frustrated with the Kings, is it's really hard to envision this season having a lot of those moments where you're going, I see the vision. I see what they're doing. I see what they're building towards, because everybody kind of knows, like, all right, if you make the playoffs this year, you happen to fall into 46 wins, and that's enough to get you into the playoffs, or you win a couple of playing games and you lose in the first round. It's like, all right, in service of what? And that's, I think, where the frustration lies. And I think that's where the people who are like, tear it down, because they want to have that, man, Nick Clifford is playing, and holy smokes, this guy looks like a future all-star. He's first team all-rookie in the Rookie of the Year conversation. He finished second to Cooper Flagg. He finished ahead of Dylan Harper. The Kings got one. Yeah, they won 30 games, but they got one. Maxime Reynaud, oh my God. Did you see he's a legit stretch 5?
Yeah.
Like, oh my, but, and that might still happen. I don't know. I'm not we're just two guys talking. But the pathways to that feel very, very limited given where the Kings are right now. And I think that's what's frustrating to me. It's watching a team like the A's, and it's not just the A's. There are other teams that build this way, and there are teams who do so unsuccessfully, but watching the A's and watching their young guys tear it up, going, man.
They're committed to the bit.
Yes.
They are.
Yes.
And sure, do they need to find 5 starting pitchers? Yes, they do. I don't know where they're going to find all 5 of them in the next year.
Sure.
But at the same time, you can see like a pathway forward where, and I think it's easier in Major League Baseball to have a pathway forward.
I agree.
Because
That's
of
absolutely true.
The way that you develop talent isn't at the big league club most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
But when you give them an opportunity, you have to give them an honest opportunity. And for me, again, if we get like an 8-minute stretch in every single game this season where it's Keon Ellis, Nick Clifford in the backcourt with Keegan Murray at the 3, with Isaac Jones at the 4, and with Maxime Reynaud at the 5. Bravo. There it is. That's what
amazing.
That's what we're asking for. Like, because this season can be about wins and losses, but you're chasing windmills, man.
And that's okay. And let me just hang on that point, because I think there's probably people out there that are saying, to hell with the future. I'm focused on this year. I'm just gonna ride the lightning in 2025 and 2026, and then next offseason we'll figure it out. And I think there's definitely space for that. I think that you can be in a spot right now where you want to see the young players. That's where you're leaning. But man, if the Kings are scorching hot to start the year, and they start the year 13-2, that's going to change some things.
Yeah.
That suddenly changes the expectations. It changes the calculus for this year. Because maybe Dennis Schroeder comes in, and Doug Christie gets a full offseason to implement what he wants to do offensively, what he wants to do defensively. And hey, oh my God, hey, the Kings are kind of rolling and maximizing the talent they have. Everybody watch out. I don't think that's what's going to happen, but I think there's space for it. And if you want to sit here on July 28th and say you guys are ridiculous for thinking the young guys should play, there's too much talent, I think they're going to win a bunch of games, cool. They might. That's what they're hoping for. But in reality, we watched kind of what this version of this team is last year. And that's why I think everybody is just kind of the mind that they're in that same, give or take, 40 to 45-ish wins.
Yeah. And the problem too with that is it hurts you, not just like in the season. You get to the end of the year and you're like, okay, that was a struggle. The entire season was just very difficult to get through. But then when you get to the draft, it hurts you again. And the way that this team is going to improve, to be honest, the way they're going to find their Nick Kurtz is by somehow finding their way into the top 3 or 4 of the draft again and not missing this time.
Yeah.
It should be, like, realistically, this is going to infuriate people. It should be Sacramento Kings forward Luka Doncic on the front page of Men's Health.
Facts.
That's it. You made a mistake.
Mm-hmm.
The Kings can't. They're not a franchise that can make those mistakes.
Yeah. I think, and I think everybody, that's not, I don't think breaking news to anyone, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the reality of it. And that's what part of the reason the A's are in this spot is because they connected on Jacob Wilson in the draft. They connected on Kurtz in the draft.
Yeah.
They found Brent Rooker. They connected on Lawrence Butler.
Soderstrom.
Tyler Soderstrom.
Yeah.
This is some point. Like I said, if you're going to find that really, really high-end talent, typically you need a pick in the top 3, top 5, depending on the draft. But you can find those guys elsewhere. And if you're going to commit to trying to win as many games as possible this year, which they are, then you need to do a heck of a scouting job to find one of those players in the teens.
Yeah.
And that's what all this comes down to.
Well, and I think the other thing is, it's the reason why you see them the Kings chase a guy like Jonathan Kuminga. It's the what if. It's the what if, because they have to take a what if swing. And if it costs you, I know people are going to be like really bummed out if Malik Monk isn't on this roster, but if it costs you Malik Monk to take a what if on Kuminga,
totally agree,
and it works, then maybe you sped up your process by a year or two. And I'm not talking about the process of 2027. I'm talking about the process of being an actual really good team that can have sustained winning.
Yeah.
Because you don't have the future right now. Like we talk about this all the time. Like they don't have players under 24, 25 years old.
We just did that exercise.
Nate Clifford will turn 24 during the season. He's a first round draft pick this season.
Man.
Kuminga is younger than every single draft pick except for Reno. And he's been in the league for 4 years.
Is he the same year as Reno?
Yeah.
Did Reno turn 22 this year?
They're like 6 months apart.
Man. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild.
That's so crazy. Yeah, man. And that's where a good local, relatively local example is when you talk about Malik Monk. And if you're trading Malik Monk in a deal that helps facilitate the Jonathan Kuminga swap. Let's pretend the Kuminga swap is Carter and Sarge and a protected first. Let's make that the deal, but Malik Monk has to go in a separate deal.
Yep.
That brings back whatever. That compensation doesn't matter. It's, again, not apples to apples, but it's reminiscent of when Golden State traded Monte Ellis for Andrew Bogut, who had been hurt his entire career, and held on to Steph Curry, who had been hurt his entire career. And everybody freaked out because, like, Monte, fan favorite. This is all they've had. Like, oh my God, how are you going to get rid of Monte? And look what it facilitated. That's not saying Jonathan Kuminga is going to be that. But when you talk about these swings you have to take, these what if swings, these gambles, and you, James, you have been talking about this since the beginning of the offseason. Like, hey, at some point, moves are going to happen where players you like are going to go.
Yeah. It's going to get uncomfortable.
If you want to try and get out of this rut, and you want to try again, nothing's guaranteed, but you want to try to start building back towards a championship, this version of the Kings can't exist. Most of this version of the Kings can't exist.
Nope.
It's just, so yeah, your favorite player, if it's Malik Monk, might go. If it's Keon Ellis, might go. If it's Zach LaVine or DeMar DeRozan, it might go. Domantas Sabonis might go.
Yeah.
Like, that all has to be on the table until, again, maybe something happens this year. Maybe they make a trade that involves DeMar DeRozan and they bring back some piece that just, you know what, sets everything into place. I don't know. But until that happens, like, man, it's all got to be.
Everything has to be on the table. Everything has to be on the table. Yeah, because there is no clear path forward. And
if you're trusting Scott Perry and Doug Christie, if Scott Perry and Doug Christie identify Malik Monk's playing style and say, you know what, good player, doesn't quite fit what we want out of that position, or what we want out of a sixth man, or what we want out of a backup point guard, whatever it is, then you just have to trust it.
Yeah.
That's, again, would I do it? I don't know. But if that's what they like, all right, show me the vision. I got to see it.
It's tough.
And that's what's is show me the vision. I've got to see it. I don't know that we're going to see whatever vision Scott Perry has. It's like, man, we're barreling towards training camp where We're talking about a logjam at shooting guard. What do you do with Devin Carter? What do Malik Monk's minutes look like? Are they going to sign Russell Westbrook? Like, all of this conversation just kind of lingers into October.
Yeah.
And that's what's like, ugh.
Yeah, I mean, they have to choose a path right now. And, sometimes choosing the path that they're on right now is a path of 2 years from now.
Yeah.
And even that means you're 2 years away from 2 years away.
Are they Bruno Cabocloing themselves?
They are the Bruno Caboclo of franchises at this.
No.
It's really tough because you need something to build around.
Did Bruno ever work out?
No, he didn't.
No.
He's still only like 29, though.
I don't even know if he's that old.
Hey, get him in the building.
Do we want to play Where's Bruno?
He'll be on. Yeah, kind of do. I bet
he's
he's playing for like Fenerbahce or something.
Yeah. Oh.
Maccabi Haifa, maybe? I'm just naming Olympiacos.
Oh, my goodness.
Plays for Hapoel Tel Aviv.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
He'll be 30 in September.
Come on. He matches the timeline. He fits the timeline.
He fits the timeline.
He'll be good right when the Kings get good. Just.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's not all dark and gloomy. It's just that the pathway forward is so difficult where.
Hey, man, go ahead. I'm sorry.
We're looking at the A's and the pathway is right there. You see it.
That's it. The sunshine and rainbows is wow. Neek Clifford looked great in Summer League.
Yeah.
Maxime Reynaud looked great in Summer League. Can't wait to watch those guys. And then your sunshine and rainbows runs into the reality of, hey, how much is Neek going to play?
Yeah, we're talking like 14 to 16 minutes. Like, how much difference can you make in that much time?
Right. When does Keegan take a leap? Like, well, hey, let's start at the 4 and be like the 4th or 5th option again. Like there are reasons for optimism, but I think we would be lying, or to me, doing a disservice at the conversation would be like, man, what do you think 30 minutes a night of Neek Clifford looks like? Because we're not going to get it.
Yeah.
I would love that. I would love that. But it's just like, all right, hey, but okay, let's try and suss this out. And reality smacks us in the face. That's just it. It's not doom and gloom. It's not terrible. It's not the Wizards or the Hornets. But man, it's just.
Well, yeah,
like
but
I said, when you try and find the path and you try and find the optimism, you run into the harsh reality of the situation.
Well, yeah, in the standings, you're going to be closer to those teams than you are to a contending team.
It's a good point. All right, we got to step aside.